Welcome to the 2023 River States Conference Baseball Media Day. The Oakland City University Mighty Oaks found their stride last season in the second year under head coach Andy Lasher, improving from a 17-win, 27-loss record in the 2021 campaign to finish with a 31-23 mark last year. The 31 wins set a new standard for the Mighty Oaks as the most wins in team history, as OCU qualified for the conference tournament for the first time in River State's conference play. However, an opening game loss to Point Park University sent the Oaks into the losers bracket, where they defeated the University of Rio Grande before being eliminated by Midway University 10-9. The OCU season continued, however, as they qualified as the top seed in the NCCAA Mideast Regional Tournament, where they beat Alice Lloyd College before being sent to the losers bracket in a 4-3 loss to Asbury University. After eliminating the host school with a 10-8 win over Kentucky Christian University, they again met Asbury in the deciding final game, falling 11-10 and seeing their season come to an end. Chandler Dunn led the Oaks on the season with 64 hits and also had team highs in batting average 354, runs scored 64, doubles 14, 2 triples, 27 walks, 94 total bases, and a .451 on-base percentage. He also ranked second in games started with 47, 181 at-bats, 33 runs batted in. Following the season, the shortstop signed to play with the Evansville Otters of the Frontier League, the first OCU player to sign a professional contract under Coach Lasher. Outfielder Noah Bauer had a team-best 181 at-bats with 52 games played, 2 triples, and 15 stolen bases. He was also second on the team during his sophomore campaign with 62 hits, a .333 batting average, 43 runs scored, 12 doubles, and starting 47 games. On the mound, Gehrig Tenenberg led the team as a sophomore with 14 starts, 76 innings pitched, 74 strikeouts, compiling a 3-5 record with a .391 ERA on the year. Senior Justin Hallam had 4 wins and 3 losses in 12 starts, including 1 complete game, striking out 60 batters in 64 1/3 innings with a .490 ERA for the season. In relief, Milan Vanderbreggen had 5 saves in 20 appearances with a 3-2 record in 37 innings of work, striking out 31 batters with a .584 ERA. We are joined today by seniors Victor Alvarez and Trevin Madden, as well as third-year head coach Andy Lasher. What are you looking forward to the most as the season begins?
For me personally, I know being my last year of college baseball, it's definitely been a journey. Been around the game for a while. Had some ups and downs, had some years off, redshirting and whatnot. But I think especially building off of my first year here last year at Oakland City, I couldn't have asked for a better season, especially coming back after taking pretty much 2 years off. Coach Lasher took a chance on me last year and welcomed me in here to the ball club, and it was a great season last year. Had a lot of stuff to build off of into this year, and like I said, the season it's a marathon. It's not a sprint, so I'm ready to just get things underway because we got a great group of guys, a lot of potential, and just ready to get going and get things moving here and have a good season.
How has the preseason gone so far?
Well, I think it's been very productive for all of us, and it's exciting to see those freshmen and kids with a lot of talent. I think they will be able to help us right away. And it's going to be a nice mix between the older guys and those young kids. They're hungry for competing and prove that they can play the college level, and excited to see those kids how they do under pressure now that we're going to play against other people. So looking forward to that.
Who are some returning players you are expecting to be leaders this season?
Got a pretty good amount of people back. These two guys here, Trevin and Victor, both hit in the middle of our order last year. Got a couple of starters on the mound that came back, Gehrig Tenenberg, Ben Simmons. We do have quite a few new faces, especially on the mound, but offensively there's about 5 or 6 guys that played big roles last year. Noah Bauer, Sam Pinkert, and Peyton Hall. All 3 are very athletic. Connor Oxley's another guy that we count on to drive runners in like these 2 guys, and Those six plus a couple catchers that are back. There's a good amount of people returning. So I'm looking forward to seeing what some of the young guys can do to kind of fill the roles that graduated last year on the left side of the infield specifically. Really all three infield spots were seniors, so we'll have some guys that were here last year, just didn't play as often, but they'll have much better opportunities this year.
What are your expectations for the season?
Well, me personally, they're high because last year we were right there competing against the top teams of the conference. I think this year we have some reinforcements on the pitching side, and I think those kids are going to make an impact and help us to beat the big teams. And I'm looking forward to face those big teams with better arms in our bullpen, and with the experience that we gained from going to the conference tournament last year and the NCAA tournament. I think we will be ready for the task.
Obviously, you want your expectations to be high. I don't think anyone ever goes out and sets low expectations. Like you said, last season was a good season. I do feel though after this, our preseason in the fall, I do feel that we have as good, if not a better, ball club than last year. It's just one of those things. Baseball, you just got to take it game by game. And like I said, I was the biggest quote I've always gone off of is, your biggest competitor is going to be your own team. And if you execute and do things the right way and play like you're capable, then shouldn't have too many problems then. But like I said, I'm just ready for the season to start. I think we got a great club, and I'm just ready to get things going here.
Who are some newcomers you're expecting to make an impact?
Well, these guys have kind of talked about it already and hit on that point, but we've got quite a few new faces on the mound. We had 4 guys last year that graduated on the mound, and 3 guys that played quite a bit on the infield, and so we had to bring in some new faces there. Definitely, Tommy Johnson is a right-handed pitcher. He came all the way from California. I think he has a chance to really help us on the mound. And a couple of other junior college transfers. Tyler Butler pitched at Wren Lake. They both had really good falls. And Hunter Callahan's another guy from Olney Central College that had a really good fall. I'm sure I'm going to be forgetting some people along the way here, but offensively, I think that we're definitely a little deeper behind the plate this year, and we have 2 freshman catchers that have shown a lot of promise, but they're 18 years old, so there's going to be some speed bumps along the way, I'm sure, and some growing pains, but Bailey Hale and Oliver Hamilton surely have shown the ability to catch at this level. And then outside of that, Caden Hurlis, I think, has a chance to be a really good player. He's hurt right now, but he's a guy that we can play about anywhere. He's another freshman. And then Bailey Taylor is an outfielder, and Aaron Busick's an outfielder that both have really high athletic ability and a chance to help us in a lot of different ways. But there's quite a bit. We're really excited about the new guys on the mound. I think that we're going to be able to be a lot deeper than we've ever been. Since I've been here, at least on the mound, we should be able to go 8 or 10 guys deep pretty comfortably, and a lot of those are new transfers. But there's other guys that have shown up as sophomores here that are a way different or much better physically than they were last year. They've made a jump, so we're looking forward to seeing a lot of those new guys make an impact.
What are the strengths of this year's team?
I just mentioned it. We're much deeper on the mound. We've got a few more options. We've got a few more left-handed pitchers, which is nice. Evan Price transferred here, and he's shown the ability, for a guy that didn't play at all last year, shown the ability to go right in there and really fill up the strike zone. He's got a good breaking ball. I think that offensively we're very athletic. We've got a good balance, though, of guys that can drive the ball over the wall when the time is right, but a lot of team speed that we're really looking forward to utilizing, especially early on when it may be tough to hit a bunch of doubles and home runs. But we've got some guys that should be able to steal some bases and make things happen and make plays, make athletic plays out in the field.
What are a few things you need to do as a team each day to be successful this year?
I know me personally, I'm a big guy of routine. And I think a lot of our younger guys have caught on to establishing a routine, whether it's pregame, going in the cage, especially on days off, they're going on their own time, working on things. We've got a great coaching staff. Jack Murphy, he's really helped me, and I know Vic and a lot of our hitters out outside of practice time, working on their swings, working on drills, getting their swing right for game time. Coach Joey with the pitchers, they're always working on stuff, fine tuning pitches. It just comes down. Pitchers, they know what they need to do. They go out there, pound the strike zone, throwing strikes. Like I said, we've got a good infield. We've got a very athletic outfield, and it just comes down to just making plays, making routine plays, and just going from there.
What is it about the River States Conference that makes it tough?
Well, first of all, the Mighty Oaks are in it. So I like to think we're a very competitive team, and we can play against anybody. And I don't want to sound cocky, but I do believe in my team and our team, and I think we can do really good things in the conference. And there's some other teams that are well prepared for sure, but we're coming too. So I like to think we have one of the toughest conferences in the nation.
How do you see the conference shaping up this year?
It'll be tough. IU Southeast has won it the last 2 years that I've been in here. Probably a few years even prior to that. I'm not too particularly sure, but since I've been here, they're very, very good. They're well coached. Ben Reel does a really good job. They've always got a lot of talent. Point Park, same thing. They're well coached. They've got a lot of talent. They've always got at least a couple guys on the mound that are going to be really good, really tough, especially early on when we played them last year. Midway's going to be good. Kokomo's going to be good. There's a lot of really good coaching in this league, I think, and it really is. It's reflected at the top. Drew does a really nice job at Kokomo for a guy that's as young as he is, and Luther's a guy I look up to at Midway. He does a really, really good job. He's old school. I worked for people just like him, so I like being around them. And they're going to have a good lineup. And I know that their best arm from last year is back, and he made us look pretty silly the day that we played them. So they're going to be good. And those four teams I think would be really tough. And I know Rio's always been, every time we've played them, it's been a really close game. They're always really good, and they didn't lose a whole lot either. So those five teams are going to be, if I had to pick five in the top half, that's probably the five that I would choose. But even that being said, even all the way down to quote unquote the bottom of our league, there's no gimmies anywhere. If you don't play well, you will get beat. And that's, we like to think that we can beat anybody at the top, but we know that if we're in the middle of the pack and we don't play well against the teams that are below us, we're going to get beat. So it's just a matter of not taking anybody lightly, because this league it's tough from top to bottom.
Thank you for joining the River States Conference Baseball Media Day 2023. Be sure to follow all the exciting action this season on riverstatesconference.com and GoMightyOaks.com.